What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with that True King Yang Zing deck profile. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I was a little upset when they hit my boy Lithosagen. I love looking in that extra deck. But let's jump to the deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. I'm running 3 of the Aghanim Zoo. This guy, I mean, in my opinion, I've always loved him at 3. The fact that you can just hit 2 fire monsters and banish out a card in your opponent's graveyard or on their side of the field is very good. To me, that's like doing a Trish play on somebody, so I've always liked being able to get that non-targeting banishing play. Also on top of that, if he goes to the graveyard, is destroyed and goes to the graveyard, you're able to get a non-fire monster back to hand, so it helps you get a lot of advantage back to hand too. I like that. I'm running 3 Arthrastos. This guy, to me, I love him. The fact that you can destroy 2 water monsters and hit 2 cards on the spell and trap card zone, or either in the graveyard and banish them out, that's non-targeted too. I really like that a lot. And that's the thing I like about the True Kings. To me, they're like high-level versions of the Dragon Rulers, and that was the reason why I originally picked them up, because I was like, they gave me my Dragon Rulers back. I was like, that's what's up. I mean, a lot of people, they hate the Dragon Rulers, but that's what these guys are. They're like evolved versions of the Dragon Rulers. And as you see, they done started hitting them on the ban list, so that tells you right there. I'm running 2 of the Murne. I like her, the fact that she's a searcher, and that's very, very good. If you're able to pop her with one of your other Fire Kings or True Kings, you're able to get a search, and that helps you to get more advantage to hand and helps you get another True King on the field. To me, to be able, like if you got the water and a water on the field and her, use his effect to pop her in the water, and that helps you to get so many plays going. To be able to get this, to be able to search out whatever attribute you want next, that helps you be able to get other plays going and help you get that calamity on the field, so you really hurt your opponent. I'm also running 3 of the Jotsu, the Shadow, the Darkness. This guy, I like his plays a lot, to be able to send 2 Yang Zings to the graveyard and also get 2 special summons out of the deck to help go into whatever synchro play you want. It's very good to me. Usually I like to do, if I'm going to go either to a Black Rose or to a Trish or anything, play like that, just to be able to minus my opponent off so bad that they just can't come back from it. Yes, if you get ashed, it sucks, but like I said, those are things, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Running 2 of the Chowie. Chowin is just all around good to help you whenever one of your monsters is destroyed, to be able to activate the effect in the graveyard, special summon it back. Is always so good to help you get into your Trish plays easier. Is also just amazing, just always good. I'm running 2 as a Froxy, the Secret. This card, I really like it, the fact that it can help me get to my 9 pillars and also help me get to my Yang Zing path when it's destroyed. There's a lot of times I use this card just to have a 9 pillars on the back row, and then activate 9 pillars to minus my opponent, destroy this card, search out another 9 pillars, or get to the Yang Zing path. And that, to me, very good to me. The reason why I also like it is I like to be able to set up a pin scale. Even though you're still only pin summoning 1 from the extra deck, usually you're only going to have 1 of these in the extra deck. And then also on top of that, you're just going to keep pendulum summoning that out and get the plays that you want either way. I'm running 1 of the Zafroxy Treasure. Treasure is just, to me, I like it. You know, a lot of people would say, why are you running that card? It's bad. Like I said, to me, to be able to set up a pin scale is good. To be able to pendulum summon out of the hand or out of the extra deck, it gives a little bit more versatility to the deck. Also on top of that, if you're using Darkness, the Darkness play, you can special summon these 2, and the thing I like about it is I can use his effect to create another tuner. And that's plays that I like to do. I like to be able to do plays like that, to be able to send things off like this, have my 9 pillars on the back row for this guy right here, and I still have plays set up to make. So things like that I like to do. I'm running 2 of the Swanee. I only run 2 of the Swanee because, to me, I found better use of the Yang Zings when I'm running them in 2s over 3s and 2s, things like that. But I run 2 of this because right now the fire attribute is so crucial to me. and be able to get this big 19 beater on field helps out a lot, and helps be able to get a little extra plays, extra pushes into the damage that you want to make. Running 2, the being this guy, this is Vegeta. This is Vegeta on crack. I mean, this is just plain and simple. He does so much for me for the deck. He helps me get into so many plays, and I like that a lot. That helps me to do so much when I get him on field. And to me, if I'm able to get him out there, I'm able to usually go into my synchros that I want. If I'm even going to a synchro 4, either into my 8s, usually he helps me get into so many good plays. So I like him a lot. I'm running 2 of the Bixie. Bixie is just all around good to help you. The main reason why I like Bixie is just the fact that it gives the synchro monster the ability to not be able to be targeted by traps, be immune to traps. I like that effect a lot. That's like being, it helps you get beat battle immune. You know, Swanee helps the synchro monsters get 500 attack bonus. You know, things like that. It's just little effects that stack up that really makes your monsters really powerful. But that's the reason why I like Bixie so much, is because the fact that you can swing on your opponent and they're not going to be activate those crazy trap cards on you. That's very good. I like that. And lastly, for the monster, run 2 Pulao. Even though, you know, board wipes are not real big right now, they're getting hit to 1s for the most part. The fact that you're able to make it so that your monster can't be targeted or even affected by those spell cards helps out a lot. And that can help you make a big difference in your game state. But that is it for our monsters. For our spell cards, I'm running 3 of the Yang Zing Path. Yang Zing Path, I like it just to be able to the fact that you got really no cost. Just as long as you went through your synchro plays, you're usually gonna have 3 materials for your Yang Zings in the graveyard. Spin those back into the deck, get that advantage back in the deck, draw 2 cards. So to me, that's very good. It's gonna help you recycle a lot of plays and help you get a lot of advantage. I like that a lot. I'm running 1 Soul Charge just to be able to make sure you can get those monsters back that you need and help go into other push plays. I'm running 1 Dark Hole because Dark Hole really does help the deck with the Yang Zings, the True Kings. Whenever they're destroyed, their effects go off, and that helps the deck to go plus. So if you're minusing your opponent, you wiping their board, then you end up getting monsters on the field, you're really not hurting yourself. And lastly, I'm running 1 Raigeki just because the field removal is just very, very good. Make sure your opponent doesn't have nothing over there and go for those big heavy pushes. And that's it for our spells. For our trap cards, I'm running 1 Solemn Warning just because it's like the granddaddy. You know, they won't start getting crazy over there. You say, whoa boy, giving you a warning, calm down. You don't need to do all that over there. Just calm yourself down a little bit. Running 1 Solemn Strike just because there's so many trick stars. Trick stars can be a problem. You don't want to burn you to death. So I'm not wanting to go too heavy on cost aspects of cards. So I'm running 1 Solemn Strike so that whenever they get crazy with those monster effects, you say, hey sir, you're gonna have to strike you down. You can't have all that stuff going on over there. We're running 3 Nine Pillars. 9 Pillars is just all around. I can't say enough about this card. This card is just so good. Even though Denglong's not in the deck no more, this card is still good. To be able to have a Yang Zing out there, push that card back that you don't want to see your opponent get access to, and then just be able to get another Yang Zing search, that helps the deck out. You're not minusing on it, so it's very good. I like that a lot. I'm running 1 Yang Zing Creation. This card, I really love this card because this card helps you get that advantage. You know, you're not gonna be able to plus like right out the gate. You ain't got the Denlong like you used to. So to be able to have this card out there, your opponent thinks you're gonna be in an iffy spot. You flip this after they destroy your card, you get 2 monsters on board. You know, that helps you get that little small advantage that really can put you really ahead in your game state. I like that a lot. I'm running 1 Torrential just because, like I said, whenever your Yang Zings get destroyed, you're gonna get a monster back off of it. So if your opponent goes off this crazy play, Torrential their whole board, Torrential your board, and then you get your pluses out of it, and hopefully they're not doing too much crazy stuff over there. And lastly, I'm running 3 of the Waterfall Dragon Souls. I'm running this as a budget build because diagrams are expensive. They're crazy. You have to admit it. But I like this a little bit over diagram because you can send a worm monster from either your hand or your field to the graveyard, and that allows you to draw that many, however many you send, plus one more. So I like that effect a lot. It replaces itself. Also too, it helps you to search a worm monster. So if you flip this out, you need whatever Yang Zing attribute you need, or whatever True King you need in your hand to get your plays going, it'll help you get that search too. So I like that effect a lot. Yes, you're setting it, but this is also a good bluff for your opponent, because you're setting plenty of traps that's going to really hurt them, so they don't really know what you got back there. But that is it for the main deck. For our extra deck, we're running one Chow Fang. Chow Fang is just all around good. The fact that it helps you to search, the fact that it helps you to be a good skill drain on the field, and then whatever attributes you put into it, I mean, it's just all around good. If you use, let's say, a wind, a water, a fire, and an earth, and you find a way monster levels to get into a 9, I'm telling you, that's a pretty crazy board. And that's going to be something that's going to be hard for your opponent to get over. So Chow Fang is very, very good. We're running 2 Broxy. Broxy just to be able to push your opponent's board back. That just makes so, however many materials you use to make him, that's how many you push back. And also too, if you're using Yang Zings to get that effect off, I mean, I'm telling you, to be able to make this thing so it's battle immune, trap immune, spell immune, and you pushing back 3 cards, man, I'm telling you, that puts a hurting on your opponent. That makes them really minus out, I'm telling you. I'm 1-1. Yazi, he's evil. He really is. To be the fact that he's not being able to be targeted, and also too, to be able to pop a card, get those effects off too, is very, very good. And the thing I like about him is, even like I said with Broxy, the fact that you can sit there and put other attributes onto him, like battle immune, extra 500 attack boost, trap immune, spell immune. I mean, that makes a big difference. A lot of stuff that adds up. Even though he's not no big 3K beater, he can still do a lot of damage. Running 1 Trishula, and the reason why I'm doing that is because, I mean, this is a very synchro based deck, and that's what I like a lot. But the thing I like about it is the Yang Zing interaction. They're all like Formula Synchrons, Excel Synchrons, and they're able to let you to do those plays during your opponent's turn. So if your opponent gets some crazy board set up, you can just go out in the middle of nowhere and say, Trish, let me go and get those cards off your field, out of your hand, out of your graveyard. That really hurts the opponent, where they wanted to make a good play on you and you really hurt them on it. So I like that a lot. I'm running 2 Cyframe Lord Omegas, just because to be able to get those cards out of your opponent's hands, to get that insight to what they're doing, so you know what plays you want to make, is very crucial. And also too, if they just start banishing out too many cards, slip them things back into the graveyard. That way you ain't got to worry about all that mess. Running 1 Black Rose Dragon. This is the same thing like with Trishula. If your opponent has this crazy board set up, go into this, blow that board up, keep going on with your plays. And the thing I like about this is, if you have Yang Zings on the field, to be able to blow them up with this, you're still going to have monsters on board even though you blow up your field. So as long as you build your chain right, you're looking good. I'm running 1 Black Rose Dragon. I'm in Black Rose Moon Dragon. Black Rose Moon is the same thing with Black Rose. When your opponent starts getting a little too crazy, where Black Rose blows up the whole field, this is going to push back a special summon monster. So I like that effect a lot. If they get there, get those crazy plays off, like I said, use the Yang Zings at the right time, push that monster right back. I'm running 1 Armades. Armades is just all around good. The fact that, like I said, the Yang Zings give him extra abilities. So if you end up boosting him up by 500, making him spell immune, if you're able to do it that way, trap immune, things like that, however you build him, those things can really, you know, make your opponent really think of ways trying to get around it, because he already, when you push, they're not going to be able to drop the honest. They're not going to be able to activate those battle or spells on the back row, so that can really push your opponent into iffy situations. I'm running 2 Arc Light. Arc Light, just to be able to, if you make it battle immune, you're going to make sure that your opponent's going to have to sit there and say, I have to activate effect and he's going to negate it, so what am I going to do? So things like that, that can really help you a lot. And lastly, running 3 XYZ monsters. and All King Calamity, this card is just, really, really good. The fact that you're going to be using your True Kings to making, or even maybe a Trish or something like that, can make a difference. But the fact is that you can detach a material, call whatever attribute you want, and tell your opponent you're not going to activate that effect, or you're not going to sit there and battle me this turn, because that's what everything is. But the main thing I like about him is as long as you got a True King, you call whatever attribute the True King you want, and you can use your opponent's monsters. And that's where the card gets crazy. So if your opponent has a monster over there, you could pop their monster, special summon this, and then still banish out another monster. So you clear your field, or you could call the water. Your water is going to sit there. You're going to pop 2 monsters on their side of the field and clear their back row. So little things like that, really puts you way ahead. It's real little crazy nutty plays, but this guy, he can really put some work in for you. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Let us know what you think. We're out.